everyone. My name is Gabriella Marinaccio, and I am an ESL teacher and workforce teacher for VRABE. Tonight, we are going to look at a home buyer's guide for English learners. I have designed this guide to help you look through and prepare for the process of buying a home in America. This is a long process. There's a lot of vocabulary, but I hope this will guide you. Also, I am not a real estate professional, a bank professional, a mortgage professional, or a lawyer. Therefore, please use my guide as learning English vocabulary and steps to buying a home, but make sure that you consult with the proper people and officials and organizations to help you and guide you through your home buying process. Let's get started. Buying a house, a simple guide for English learners by me, Gabriella Marinaccio. Okay, we are going to look at this tonight from a English learning perspective. Obviously, there are professionals out there that help you with the home buying process, but this is kind of the steps that you would be taking. And I hope we're here to learn about just some of the vocabulary. There is a lot of vocabulary here. I do not expect you to remember all of it, but I want you to be familiar with some words. So let's look at the first thing. Okay, so if we're going to buy a house, we definitely need to know our credit score. Okay, your credit score is a number that shows how you manage and pay your bills. Lenders, as they call them, are banks, use this number to decide if you can get a mortgage, what interest rate you will pay. All right. You need to make sure you're checking your credit score and your credit report before you go buy a house. Why do I say this? Because you want to know what your credit score is when a lender asks you. By knowing that, you can also kind of expect the interest rate you might get. And also, what if there is something on your credit report that is fraud? You cannot just call the credit bureaus and have it taken off that day. It could take 30 to 60 days or more to remove fraud off your credit. That's going to require you making a police report, proving things and showing things. This will hold up your loan buying, your house buying process, because you will not be able to get a loan. You could be able to get a loan, but if your credit is not good because of things that are on there that are yours or not yours, you need to know ahead of time. And if it's definitely not yours, you want it removed so that you have a better chance of being approved for more money and having a better interest rate. Okay. So definitely, you really need to look at your credit score. Okay, you want to do this way before you're buying a house, and we'll also work on building your credit. We have workshops for this. I've done one. We can have one in the future, but that's a whole nother workshop. Okay, we want to save. Number 2 is save for a down payment. A down payment, say that to yourself, down payment. A down payment is the money to pay at the beginning when you buy a house. It's the money that you give to the bank that comes off the purchase price. So if you are buying a house for $500,000, you have a $50,000 down payment. Your loan will be for $450,000. Okay. Usually, down payments are between 3 to 20% of the home price. Yes, I'm going to repeat that. There's 3 to 20% of a home price. For example, if a house is $500,000, 3% of $5,000 is what? $15,000. 20% of $500,000 is $100,000. Why such a variation? Well, depending on the loan that you are applying for, Some specific loans only require 3%. That's usually an FHA loan or first-time home buyer. We'll talk about that. That might be the route that many of you are going. Other mortgages or banks will require 20% down. Okay, important details about this. A larger down payment means lower monthly payments, less interest over time. A smaller down payment, depending on the loan, may require PMI, private mortgage insurance. This is an extra monthly cost. Here's a tip for you. Ask your lender about first-time homebuyer program. Some programs help with down payments, okay? All right, what we're going to do is we are going to prepare our documents, or you're going to prepare your documents, okay? Before you apply for a mortgage, there is so many documents you need, okay? I suggest you 3 months ahead of time, 2 months ahead of time, start gathering these documents. You will need a lot. The home buying process is a lot of work, okay? Especially the first time. So you really are going to need to gather the things quickly when they ask them. So if you don't have it readily available, you might want to start saving it to your computer, keeping a folder in the house, whatever's going to work for you. All right, common documents: photo ID, social security number, proof of income, pay stubs from the last 1 to 2 months, a letter from your job that you're employed there. Your tax returns from the last 2 years could be farther back. Bank statements from the last 2 to 3 months could be even farther back. Other things the lender might check: your employment history, usually 2 years, your debts, your credit card, your student loans, your car loans, your savings. Important things to know: do not move large amounts of money between accounts without explanation for the lender. Keep your job stable during this time. Be ready to explain your financial history. I'm going to zoom in here for a second. Okay. Oh, I love this one. I zoomed in. Before you go for a home, do the math. How much can you afford? Or as we say, how much house can you afford? Use an online mortgage calculator. They're free. Estimate your monthly payment. Think about your monthly expenses: rent, what you're paying now, what could be going to a mortgage, food, transportation, childcare, insurance. Set a realistic budget. Why do I say, like, okay, Gabriella, I know I can do math. This is what happens. Sometimes lenders, the banks, approve you for more home than you can afford. They might approve you for a larger amount than you can afford. What if they approve you for a $700,000 house? And you're like, oh, I think I can make it. It'll be really, really tight, but we can do it. I really suggest that you don't make yourself that tight and that restricted with money. Okay? Especially if you're planning on having children. You do have children. They're expensive. You might be taking care of parents. You might need to help out with something. You might have other financial goals. Sometimes, and I've been guilty of this, you want the house so bad, you'll just make it work. Be careful. Do the math, as we say in America. Do the math. Look at the numbers. Once you've done the math, you are going to contact a mortgage broker or a bank. And you're like, well, I'm just going to go house shopping. No, 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 no. You don't go house shopping in America without a bank, without going to a bank first. But why? I'm going to explain. You have 2 options when applying for a mortgage. Number 1, go down to your local bank, drive to your bank and talk to them. Okay, they have their mortgages. They offer the mortgage that they have at the bank, the options. Using a mortgage broker. A mortgage broker, you do not pay them a fee. They get reimbursed for the mortgages. A mortgage broker is a professional who helps you find a loan. They work with many different lenders, not just one bank. There are more options. You may find lower interest rates. They help you understand the process. It saves you time in comparing lenders. Again, you do not have to use a bank, a local bank, the bank you have now. Okay, if you have Bank of America, you could use them. You could shop around. You could have a mortgage broker do all that work for you. You fill out the paperwork with them, and they do all the shopping for you. They look at all the lenders for you. Okay. All right. Another thing, if the mortgage broker says, yes, you're all set, we're going to approve you for a house, you will get right here a pre-approval letter. Pre-approval letter. After you apply, a lender may give you a pre-approval letter. This says, we are going to pre-approve you to buy a house. What is a pre-approval letter? A document that shows how much money you can borrow, that you are likely pre-approved for the mortgage. A pre-approval letter states the maximum loan amount and the estimated loan type and terms. So a pre-approval letter might look like, okay, Samantha is approved for $550,000 at 5.5 interest, fixed. Okay. That then, you take that letter and you can go house hunting. Now we have the term house hunting. Okay. Now, like I said, you cannot go house hunting, house shopping until you get a pre-approval letter. But you could try. It's not going to most likely work. You take this letter to a real estate agent and they will help you find a house. Why this matters. Most real estate agents will not work with the buyer until they have a pre-approval letter. Why? They want to make sure you can afford the house you're buying. They only get paid when a house is sold, and time is money. They're not gonna, if someone goes to them and says, hey, can you show me this $700,000 house? Why would they waste their hours and time and energy showing you homes that you might not even be pre-approved for? You might only be pre-approved for $500,000. You might not get approved at all. And they've wasted their time because they work on commission. When a house is sold, they get commission. Okay? I want to thank one of the students that asked me, what percentage do we pay to the real estate agent to find us a home? And that is, you do not. Buyers do not pay a real estate agent anything to help them find a house. Okay, this is what happens. I'm speaking of someone who has sold a home. Okay, I sold a home. All right, I was the seller. I was responsible to pay a 5% commission fee. 5% commission fee means that when I pay that 5%, 2.5% went to my real estate agent, the agent of the seller. The other 2.5% went to the real estate agent of the buyer. Okay. And like I said, this is commission. So the more money the house is sold for, the more money the real estate agents make. Some real estate agents will work with all types of buyers, meaning that it doesn't matter how much the house is going to cost. There are other real estate agents that might say, you know what? I'm sorry, I only deal with homes $1 million and above. Because if you do 2.5% on $1 million, they've made some good money. Again, real estate agents have a hard job. They have to stay with you the entire process of buying and selling a home. And they are going to show you as many homes as you need to get to pick the house you buy. So some could say, yeah, they really work and earn their money. Others would say maybe it's an easy sale and they don't have to. Again, depends on the market. All right, house hunting. We say that in America, we are house hunting. We're looking for a house or another house. Okay. Now you can begin looking at homes. Ways to see homes. You can go to an open house. Okay, you can look up open houses. An open house means that there's a specific day and time, usually like a Saturday or Sunday, that the owners let people and their real estate agent is there, go walk through and see the home. Okay, meaning that you could go to any open house. You don't even need your real estate agent. You saw a house, you like it, you can walk through it, look at it, and that's it. It's got to be the hours of the open house. And they might be like Saturday, 10 to 2, 11 to 3. All right. If not, you have to have a scheduled viewing. It means your real estate agent, not you, your real estate agent will contact that agent and schedule you to go see the home. All right. When you're house hunting, make a list of the must-haves versus the nice-to-haves. Must-haves, the nice-to-haves. Why do I say that? What must you have? 2 bathrooms, air conditioning, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom. What would be nice to have? Because sometimes you go through these homes and you get attracted to one thing and you forgot to look at another thing. So make your own personal checklist about what you want. Take notes. Take pictures of the outside of the house. When you're looking for a home, I heard this once and I think it's the best idea. Buy in the area you want to be in. You might not have the fanciest house, but be in that area if that's what's important to you. Is it close to work? Are the schools good? How's the public transportation if you need to? Is it a neighborhood? Is it safe and quiet? Like I said, again, is it a good school district, as we say? Visit the neighborhood in the day and at night. Some of you, what is important to you? Some of you might say, you know what? I really like to be in a centralized location. I want to be able to have good schools and go to the grocery store 5-10 minutes away. Other people would say, you know what? None of that's important to me. I just want a lot of land and a really big house. So start thinking about what is important to you. It's not going to be important to everybody else. How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? Is there enough space for you now? Will you be growing your family? Will aging parents move in? Do mom and dad come to visit for 3 months every year and they really need a bedroom and not like the couch? Does the setup work for you now and could you see it working in the future? Or how could you fix it so it will work for you? When you're going to look at homes also, the condition of the home, take notes. Does anything look broken or old? Are there any signs of water damage or mold? What repairs will it need? Take notes, ask questions. How old's the roof? How old is the heating system? This is important for you. We have the term fixer-upper. Fixer, F-I-X-E-R, and then upper, U-P-P-E-R, fixer-upper. You might want to buy a fixer-upper. You're like, I could fix all this. My dad can. Or you know what? I'm going to buy a fixer-upper and we'll slowly fix it when we have money. And I'll hire construction professionals. Or you might say, you know what? I do not do fixer-uppers. I want turnkey. Turnkey. Turnkey means you turn the key and it's ready for you. There's another thing. Decide what you want to look for, what you want to look at. I will say this. Right now, the housing market is, as we say, slim pickings. Not a lot of homes are for sale, and there are a lot of buyers. So right now, this time, for the past couple of years and maybe for the next future, buyers are limited in what they're getting and what they have to pay for. Because currently, right now, in many places, the house prices are very high. And if you don't want it, that person will take it, the next person, because they want a home. Now it switches. We have times when the home prices drop because there's so many people not a lot of people interested, and the sellers have to reduce their price. But right now, it's not. The housing market is pretty stable, especially in Connecticut, which means that it's not the time that you can kind of be picky and say, oh, I want a discount for this and I want a discount for that, and the roof is old. Sometimes right now, if there are a lot of people that want to live in that area and that type of house, they're going to pay more money than you, and they're going to not complain about anything and take it how it is. If it's different, where the housing market is bad in terms of for sellers, buyers can say, oh, you need to fix this, you need to fix that, but that is not it right now. Okay. So I know some people that are buying homes right now and they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, and the real estate agent said, if you want this, you're going to have to come in with a strong offer. Also, what's happening now, and it's been happening the past couple of years, is real estate agents will price the seller's real estate agent will price the house, let's say at $490,000, because they know that people that are looking in the 400s might spend more money, and they're near to 500,000, or where the people that are 500,000 or up might look a little down. And then people come in with offers that are over 490,000. They come in with offers that are 520, 530. And that's also another thing, is that there can be bidding wars, which means this was a price of the house, and then all of a sudden people are pushing over and over and over. And it does happen sometimes because people want a house. They have to have the house. And some people can afford to do that. They're like, you know what? We can afford it. We'll do it. And other people might be like, no, this was already a stretch. We can't go that high. So buying homes is a lot of work. It can be very emotional. You see the house you want and you don't get it, or you do get it. Now let's talk about getting a home inspection. Getting a home inspection is very important. Why? Because the home inspection allows a professional, a home inspector, to walk through the home and make sure that everything is okay. Home inspectors are specific certified people that inspect just homes or buildings. It's not just a regular construction professional. There are specific home inspectors. What does a home inspection look like? When the home inspector comes, what do? Well, usually it's a home inspector, and there might be one or other two people on their team. They look through the entire house. When I say the entire house, they check the roof, the plumbing, the electricity, the structure, the foundation. They look in every corner of the house. They will start with the outside, the roof, the siding, the windows. They check all the lights, the faucets, the sinks. They check everything is working. Their job, what you are paying them for, is to find any problem that the home has. And of course, homes are, used. They've been built usually a long time ago, and they could have little problems or big problems. The home inspector's job is to let you know any of the problems, little and big. Do not be surprised if your home inspector finds problems. Think about this. Homes were built a while ago, and things can happen in them. The question is, how big are the issues? All right. Things you want to consider that are not necessarily part of a home inspection. Number one is water testing. You might want to consider testing the water, especially if you plan on drinking out of the faucet. If this home has a well, even if it's city or town water, you might want to know if there's anything in it. Another very important thing is for homes built before 1978, which is many homes in Connecticut and New England and the north of the country where we live. There was lead that was used in paint many years ago. It is very important to consider lead testing. We're going to talk about that. Radon testing. Radon is a chemical. Some homes have it. You should be very careful if a home does have it. It's very important to do testing for it. Let's go back to the home inspector and home inspection. You as the buyer, this is an additional cost to you. Yes, you pay for it. Even if you don't buy the home, you're paying an inspector to go look at it because now you are in contract preparing to buy it. Homeowners and a home inspection usually costs between $300 and $700. Could cost more if it's a multi-family home, as they are looking at 2 or 3 apartments within a home. If a home is really big, it could cost a lot more money. The goal of the home inspection is to find any current or future problems and help you make a smart decision. Let's look at why we would do lead testing. Okay, why do lead testing? In Connecticut, there are strict rules about lead safety. If a child under 6 lives in a home where lead is found, the owner must fix the problem. This is not optional when young children live in a home. This is called lead abatement, and it can be thousands of dollars. So why not pay a professional to come in and scan all the paint surfaces and see if they have any lead? Would you rather pay thousands of dollars if the problem is there, or a couple hundred, or under $1,000 or under $500 to have someone check and scan the house for lead? Things that a home inspection might find. These are some big things. Number one, asbestos. Asbestos. Asbestos is a dangerous material used in older homes. It usually installation pipes or ceilings. Asbestos was used many years ago as a building material. Many old homes may have it. I'm not a professional, so this is to ask a professional, but it is usually harmful if it is broken or in the air. Old buildings have it, old schools may have it, but if it is encapsulated or sealed, it's usually not dangerous. Again, I'm not a professional, talk to them, but I do know that if it goes airborne or is broken, that what it's in is broken, it is much more dangerous. Is usually safe if not damaged. Removal is very expensive, thousands and thousands of dollars, and it must be done by a certified professional, not just a regular construction worker. There are certified professionals that actually wear hazmat suits and masks and cover their shoes and their hands with specific gear for this, okay? Another thing that home inspectors might find is mold. Mold is a fungus that grows in wet or damp areas. It can be common in basements, bathrooms. It can be due where water damages. Again, specific certified mold specialists have to remove this. This can cause breathing and problems and allergies. Mold problems can be fixed sometimes, but large problems can be very expensive. Another thing that the home inspection might reveal is termite damage. Most homes have some building material made out of wood, the framing, and areas of the home. Termites are small insects that eat wood. They can damage walls, floors, and wooden structures. The damage can be hidden, the repairs can be costly. Again, termite damage can be another big thing. Home inspectors will look for this. Last thing. Well, next one, sorry. Number 10. Review the inspection results and negotiate. When you arrive, you will walk through usually the home inspector during the home inspection. Home inspections are a couple of hours because they're looking at the entire home. After you get the inspection results, this is a time to review it, think about it, and negotiate. After inspection, the buyer can ask the seller to fix the problems, lower the price, give them a credit, meaning give them money back at closing. Important note, in a seller's market, like currently now, inventory is low. The sellers may refuse to fix anything. They might not want to fix anything. Another buyer might already have made a similar offer to yours, and they might have a home inspection, but they might not ask for anything. So sometimes the home inspection is used just as information for things that are current issues or might be potential issues or have been past issues that you will fix, but that will not be reducing the cost of the home. However, the home inspection is still important because you need to be an informed buyer. Think about this. This is probably the most expensive thing you are going to buy in your life. And you want to be aware of everything, the issues that are in it, especially if you're not looking at every little corner of the home, if you're not crawling up in the attic, in the basement, in the corners, looking at things. This is where the home inspectors do this for you and check things as they are the professional. Next, let's talk about doing additional research. After you have your home inspection, make sure, I will say this again, that you go and check property records. Make sure that there are no legal or financial problems associated with the property. Make sure that there are no unpaid taxes, that whatever building permits have been pulled or taken were what was done. Check the property history. Make sure there's nothing, as we say, fishy about this house. You can go to the city hall or town hall, give them the address of the home, and it is public record, all of the history of the transfers of who's bought this house, and also what permits or work has been done on this house. If a permit was needed, it will be there. This is all free, usually for your viewing. The only thing is if you want a copy, they might charge you a couple dollars to make copies of certain paperwork if you want to take those things home with you. All right. Now we are at the closing. This is when the house will become yours. Let me scroll up here so we can check this out. Okay. All right. 1 or 2 days before your closing, the closing again is when you sit down, usually at a real estate attorney's office, and you sign to a bunch of paperwork, lots of paperwork and contracts that you are buying the home. Before you do that, there will be a final walkthrough where you will go to the house you're buying 1 or 2 days before. And you will walk through the property. I'm going to say this again, walk through. This is not a home inspection. This will not take very long, and you cannot be there for a very long time. Your goal for the walkthrough is to make sure the home is in the same condition that it was when you first saw it. If there were any repairs that were the seller agreed to make, that they were done, you confirm that nothing is damaged or missing, and you make sure the seller is moved out if it was required. This is just a final check, all right? Also, in America, when you buy a home, there's usually the refrigerator stays, The stove stays, the washer and dryer stay, the appliances stay. So when you're there, you're making sure the refrigerator is still there, every stove is still there, nothing's been changed that you didn't know about. You should be fine. Let's move on to the closing. Okay, what is a closing? It is where you sign many legal documents. You pay your down payment, your closing costs, which are fees associated with buying the house. The bank gives you the loan officially, and you receive the keys to your new home. So where is the closing? How does it happen? Okay. You, as the buyer, will get a real estate attorney. Yes. Another person comes into the mix, as we say, to help you buy this home. You will pay the real estate attorney to walk you through this process, and you will go to their office to sign the papers. In many states, including Connecticut, buyers usually work with a real estate attorney. Let's scroll up here and look. Okay. What does the attorney do for their money that you're paying them? Okay. Now, once you are under contract in a house, that you finalize the property, you're moving towards the closing, that's when you contact a real estate attorney. You do not wait a week before the closing. And your real estate agent will tell you immediately you want to get your real estate attorney because they need time to look at things, check things for you, and also if there's any major legal issues, they can talk to the other real estate attorney handling the seller side. The attorney will review your legal documents, and they will explain the contract to you, make sure everything is correct. Your attorney represents you, the buyer. They help protect your rights. They will tell you, oh, this is normal, this is not normal, this is what we need to do about this. The buyer pays. You pay your own real estate attorney. This is part of your closing costs, the costs that go into finalizing the process of you buying this house. Closing costs are extra fees that you pay at the end. They can be loan fees from the bank, attorney fees, title fees to check the ownership of the house, insurance costs. Okay, closing costs can be between 2 and 5% of a home. What do you bring to closing? You bring your photo ID, your certified check or proof of payment, your loan documents. Important tips. You read all the documents at the closing before signing. There is a lot of pages. Okay? Ask questions if you don't understand. Do not feel rushed. Many people, including me when I bought my house, were like, oh my God, I just want to sign the papers, get my keys and go. But it's like you're signing and buying probably the most expensive thing you will buy in your life. So make sure you're reading and understanding what you're signing. Final steps. After signing, the sale is complete. The house is yours and you can move in. Again, this material is for English learning purposes only. Please consult qualified professionals for accurate and current information. I hope you've enjoyed this workshop. Thank you.